Let's learn about emeralds. You've all heard of emeralds, largely because they've been treasured worldwide for more than 4,000 years. Historically, Cleopatra was even said to be infatuated with them, to the point that she even claimed that all emerald mines were her own. According to Roman historians, the Emperor Nero would even watch gladiators through an emerald lens. Emeralds discovered in Colombia were highly prized by Aztec and Inca civilizations, which were then looted in the 16th century by the Spanish conquistadors like Cortes and Pizarro. Indian Mughals even inscribed religious texts from their Holy Quran onto emerald tablets, as they were both symbols of the opulence and dignity of the empire and treasured as protective talismans. Etymologically speaking, the word emerald is a bloody nightmare. It originates from the Persian word meaning green gem. Now, this was later translated into Latin as smaragdus, then to esmeraldae, then esmeraldae, and then in the 16th century to esmeraldae. However, the first translation of the stone's name from Sanskrit was marakata, meaning the green of growing things. The emeralds found today are essentially relics of geologic events that took place hundreds of millions of years ago deep within the Earth's crust. Though they are typically found within metamorphic rocks and in volcanic deposits, and though the conditions for the formation of emerald are very unlikely, the gem has been found in sedimentary rocks, with shale and limestone being the ores for several emerald deposits. The synthetic formation of emerald has also been possible since the 1800s. Emerald is essentially the green variety of the mineral beryl, with beryllium, aluminium, silicon, and oxygen at the right temperatures and pressure. This mineral can form. Beryllium is an element that only occurs in very small amounts in the Earth's crust. This is why emerald is relatively rare and only found in a small number of locations. Pure beryl is colorless and known as goshenite, but the varying presence of the elements chromium and vanadium within beryl give emerald its range of green colors. When these elements replace the aluminium in the crystal structure of beryl, they absorb different colors and reflect a vivid green. Iron inclusions can also lend the stone yellowish or even bluish tints depending on its level of oxidation. Emerald is defined upon three aspects: its hue, which essentially means color, saturation, which essentially means intensity, and tone, which essentially means purity. Green beryl, that is too light in color, is typically not considered emerald by gemologists. The color definition of this stone remains a source of much confusion and divides opinion, however, with some professionals insisting that the name emerald should be reserved only for when chromium is the cause of the green color, and that beryl colored by vanadium should be referred to simply as green beryl, which is living testament to the fact that people can disagree about almost anything. In some countries, all beryl with green coloring of any hue, saturation, or cause is called an emerald of some sort or another. However, the Federal Trade Commission has a published set of guides for the gemstone industry. They use yellow emerald as an example of an incorrect name that, when used in marketing, can be unfair, misleading, and/or deceptive. Heliodor, or Heliodor, depending on how you want to pronounce it, is the scientifically accurate name for the yellow variety of beryl. However, as the name emerald comes with its own associated price tag, there is potentially profit to be made by unscrupulous sellers deliberately mismarketing Heliodor as yellow emerald. Most emeralds have some type of inclusion or imperfection. In fact, emeralds without imperfections or inclusions are extremely rare and therefore considerably pricier specimens. Instead, the term imperfection, dealers often reference emerald inclusions as the interim jardin, which is the French word for garden, because of the mossy tree-like appearance. Due to their highly included nature, it has become standard practice to treat emeralds with oils such as cedar oils or resins to enhance clarity. Emerald vendors do generally accept the use of oil, but do not look favorably upon green tinted oil. And it goes without saying that all emeralds sold should come with full disclosure of any enhancements or treatments. Natural emeralds have a dull shine as opposed to the sparkle of a peridot or diamond. Emeralds will rank somewhere around 7.5 to an 8 on the Mohs scale mineral hardness, making them softer than diamonds but harder than most other gemstones. However, the inclusions and imperfections can render the individual specimens brittle and therefore difficult and most expensive to use in jewelry manufacturing. The most desirable and expensive emeralds tend to be bluish green to pure green with evenly distributed vivid color saturation as well as really good transparency. Thank you for watching that video. Now, my name is Luke and I'm one of the writers here at Salt Shack. Now, what we do here is we teach people geology, mineralogy, gemology, archaeology, paleontology, and all manner of ologies as it pertains to very interesting things that come out of the ground. We'll teach you how something forms or how it gets its color. We'll tell you how to identify it. We'll tell you diagnostic techniques. We'll tell you all about fakes, and we'll tell you the history and maybe mythology and how indelibly etched many of the things that we sell are into ancient folklore and the stories of very interesting civilizations. Now, if you want to better understand these things in order to have a more well-rounded understanding of very cryptic subjects, or to better insulate yourself from many of the duplicitous practices that go on within the crystal industry, then why not follow us and join the club?